I'm Sebastian, and this is from Mrs. Mann's class, and we're reading Peter and the Wolf by Sergei. Early one morning, while her grandfather was still dreaming of an angel and a bear, a runaway bull, Peter tiptoed from the cottage out into the garden and past the fat duck, who blinked sleepily at him. Peter quietly opened the gate and slipped out into the wide green meadow. The little bird was perched on a branch of a big tree near the garden. Gaily, what a fine day. When the duck saw Peter had not closed the gate, she roused herself and began waddling out into the garden and into the meadow. How nice to start a day with swimming in a very empty pond, she thought. The little bird and the duck were friends, but sometimes they liked to tease each other. Today, Bird flew down in the grass and said to Duck, "What kind of bird are you if you can't fly?" The duck quacked back, "What kind of bird are you if you can't swim?" "What kind of bird are you can't swim?" She splashed noisily into the pond, and the bird fluttered and hopping along the pond's edge. "You can't fly," twittered the bird. "You can't swim," quacked the duck. Suddenly, Peter, who was watching the duck and the bird argue, he was casting into the tall grass, arguing, "I'll just grab him and start my day with a lovely breakfast." "Look out!" shouted Peter. The bird instantly flew off to the big tree by the garden, while the duck quacked angrily at the cat from the middle of the pond. Quack, 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 quack. Meanwhile, Peter's grandfather was up and about, wondering where Peter was. He kept stopping at the garden gate and out into the meadow. "How many times must I tell you not to go into the meadow alone?" he scolded, "and always close the gate. What would you do if a wolf came up in the forest?" Peter said, "I'm not afraid of a wolf." "Silly boy, a wolf is dangerous," said Grandfather. He led Peter back into the garden wall, the gate, and went into his cottage. And then danger came. Out of the trees across the meadow, a big hungry wolf crept through the tall grass. The cat was the first to spot it, and in a flash he ran up the tree by the garden wall and shot up. Climbing higher and higher until he got no farther. The duck still did not see the wolf. He was only concerned about her friend. "Look out for a cat, little bird," quacked the duck, and splashed out of the pond and followed the big cat to the tree. The poor duck did not see the wolf until it was too late. She waddled as fast. She flapped her wings madly, trying to fly, but the wolf ran faster and faster, came closer and closer. He was almost upon her. When he pounced, and with one big gulp, she swallowed the duck whole. wolf licked his lips, trotted over in the tree, and paced around and around it, starting up at the cat. The cat looked up at the bird. He hissed, "I'm after you." "But you'll never catch me," the bird chirped back. "Come down and play with me," said the wolf to the cat, pretending to be friendly. "I won't hurt you." Peter was watching all that going on from behind the safety of the close to the gate. "I'm not afraid of the wolf," he said, and ran, climbing up the bird near the big branches of the tree. He grabbed the branch, swung himself at the tree, whispered to the bird, "Fly down and circle around the wolf. Hey, but be careful, don't get too close." The little bird swooped down near the wolf, and the wolf darted off. "How dare you tease me?" snarled the wolf. He snapped the wolf's nose with big wings, and just Wolf thought he had caught the bird. Off went the bird, chirping shrilly again and again. The little bird fooled the wolf. Up in the tree, Peter waved. Up in the tree, Peter wasted no time trying the rope in the big branch, making noose with the other end. He was waiting then until Wolf stood for a moment. Peter lowered the noose over the wolf's tail and pulled with all his might on the rope. He caught the wolf. Wolf pulled and tugged and pulled on the rope, but Peter had tied the rope securely to the big branch, and the wolf could not get free. Finally, the beast fell down in a heap, exhausted and defeated. "Please let me go home in the cool, dark woods," panted the wolf. "I'll never come here again." Just then, two hunters came crashing out of the forest, looking about nervously. They were afraid of the wolf. And when they saw it, they stopped shooting, shouted Peter. "We've already caught the wolf." That the wolf had promised never to come back. They offered to help Peter, let him in the home, so long he was safely tied to the rope. "Follow me," chirped the bird. Then all of them set off for the forest. First came Peter. After marched cowardly hunters with the... "Have you ever seen the boy's bravest, Peter?" he called to the hunters. "So clever." And after the long cat, thinking, "Tomorrow I'll get that bird." Over their heads fluttered the little bird, chirping happily. Peter had caught the wolf. The duck was making just crashing and thrashing about the wolf's stomach that the wolf felt guilty and finally coughed her out. Wolf's stomach that he felt guilty and finally coughed her out. Whereupon she joined the procession, quacking and triumphantly. This book is Peter and the Wolf, and what I liked about the book is when what I liked about the book is when Peter caught the wolf and tied it around his tail right here. And there's actually music that goes along with it, and there's a CD right here. And the wolf is, Peter is done by a violin, the duck is done by a trumpet, whatever, and the cat's done by a float. I mean, the duck's done by a float, and the cat's done by a trumpet, and the wolf is done by some sort of wolf. The wolf is done by, I think, clarinet. And then the drummer, and then the bad guys, and the bad guys that tried to kill the wolf are presented by drums. Dum 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 dum. And those are all the things that they're presented by in music. So that's really cool. I thought that was cool that they're all presented by musical instruments. Bye.